everyone, it's Kerry back with you today. So I'm back for another go at ABC April 2025. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, you'll find a link in the description box below to both Margaret and Tony's channels. They are the ladies that are hosting the collab, and you can get all the information from their channels. Today we are the 23rd of April, which is the letter T, and the ladies have given us the prompts of tag, tab, ticket, trifold and tissue paper, and I have gone off script again and decided to make tassels. Now there are about 6 billion different ways to make tassels, and there's lots of tutorials available on YouTube. I'm going to be making mine using a tassel board today, so if you don't know how these work, I do have a more detailed video available on my channel. I will leave a link in the description box. I will leave a link in the description box below. But I love making tassels because you can coordinate them to any journal, and they're really fun to add other inclusions, and you might recognise a few bits and pieces from earlier challenges. So I've got one of the alphabet charms here. I put T for tassel because I thought that was quite fitting. And then over here on my journal I've got one of our paperclip charms that we created for P. Another good thing you can use is bits of broken jewellery. They always look good. Beads or buttons on strings will add a interesting element to your tassels. You can use bits of lace, and I've actually got here some chipboard heartstrings, which I will show you how I created those in another video. So I'll pop all of this off to the side and we'll get on. So off to the side here I've got some lace and some Sari Silk. Now you don't have to use those particular items. Any textile will work as long as it's fairly long and fairly skinny. So you could use ribbon, you could, if you've got an old bed sheet or something like that, you could tear that into strips and that would work as well. But I'm going to use some Sari Silk and lace for this first one. So I've just got two different colours, and I've also got some very skinny lace here. And I'm just going to hold my ends against my board here, and then I'm just going to wrap it twice around my pins, and then I'll take my clip, peg the ends and cut off the extra. Alright, so this is the ends that we just cut. I've got loose ends here, so I'm going to turn it round so I've got the closed end towards me. And I'm just going to use some waxed linen thread for this. If I can find the end, it's managed to disappear. There it is. Now sometimes I like to include my strings as part of my tassel, so I'm going to cut this to be about 2 lengths of my tassel, and maybe a little bit extra. And just to keep that stable, I'm just going to sit that on top of this jar. Okay, so I can press down. In fact, let me see if I can do that. I can press down on my board here, and it gives me a gap here that I can use to thread my thread up underneath my Sari Silk and lace. Once I get to this point, I'm going to tie a knot, but if I just tie a single knot and pull, the knot won't stay closed. It wants to just bounce open. But if you take the ends of your string and you twist it twice, so instead of just going once, you actually twist it a second time, and you then pull that tight, that will actually stay tight. Even when I let it go, it doesn't want to undo. So once I have my my knot here, hopefully you can see that, then I'm going to take one length of string and I'm just going to wrap it a couple of times around the top of my tassel. Now I just do this because I like the look of, a few strands of string at the top. It's not there to serve any other purpose than decorative. So I've got my 3 twists, and then I want to wrap this one the other direction. And again, I'll do about 3 twists. Okay, so I have my strings wrapped around, and then I just push them up to the top so that they're sort of in a little bunch, and make sure I don't have any rogue loops hanging out. Then I'm going to do the same thing that I did before, so taking this and wrapping my knot twice and then pulling tight. And then I'll just pop in a couple of extra knots just for safety. Okay, once I have the top of my tassel secured, my loop here, I can release the ends, let those come away, and I can take out this peg. Now, because this is a dolly peg, a split peg, I can pinch the ends of it and it loosens it in the hole, just makes it easier to pull out. Then I can take a pair of scissors and snip the loops that we had around the peg. Take out my other peg. So that's pretty much my tassel complete. Now I can take the ends and cut them off even if I want them to be even, but because I'm not sure which journal this is going to go on yet, I'm just going to leave them uneven. I'm going to take a little ring here. Now if you don't have rings, you could just use another piece of the linen thread or even a piece of your Sari Silk. This one doesn't want to come undone. Grab another one. And I'm just going to pop my ring through the whole of my tassel. Now I can just use a bowl pin on there and a bulldog clip and clip that on and off any journal now. So once I get to this point, I could snip my strings off and then I would just have the lovely lace and sari silk. But if you want to include other things on these strings like beads, because of the linen thread is a little bit stiff, I don't even need a needle, but if you're using something like embroidery thread, you would probably need a needle to be able to pop your beads on. And I'm just going to push my thread through my bead and tie a knot in my thread below the bead, and the bead won't be able to slide down the thread any further than where that knot is. So I've got one there, so I might pop another one a couple of inches further down. So pop another knot about here, and I'm literally just putting a single knot. It's enough for these bead holes, they're not that big. And then maybe I'll put another one down a bit lower. That bead is blocked. Oops. Slippery little sucker. This one seems to be a little bit blocked as well. It's the coating on the beads, because I think they do it when they're on a string, but it's a very thin string. There we go. So pop a knot about there. Then I'll hold up my tassel and I can see where my beads are going to hang on my knots. So on my other string, I will make sure my beads are dangling at a different height. So thread my bead on. So I want that bead to sit around about here, so I'm going to put a knot in my string just beneath where I want the bead to stop. So about there, and then another one. And then I'll pop my last one right at the very end of my thread, I think. There we go. So when I hang my tassel, you can see the beads aren't all hanging in the same spot. They're all staggered. Now, Mum puts together these lovely little fantasy fibre sets that are all colour coordinated. So I'd like to make a tassel using these, but I don't want to use all of the fibres in one go because I'm stingy. So I will show you now how I make them if I don't want to use all of the fibres in one go. So I've picked some coordinating Sari Silk here, and I'm going to start in the same manner by pinching my threads down, or my silk down the bottom here, and I'm just going to wrap twice as I did with the other one. Just going to pop that box under there to help it not wobble so much. So I'm going to take off some of Mum's fibres, and I just want to use one loop's worth. So I'm going to measure roughly one. Let's try that again. 1, 2, and then I'm just going to cut that off, and then I can just add that into the top of my tassel. So I've got my ends down the bottom where my other ends are, and the loop is up the top. Now if my fibres were long enough that I could pin them underneath this peg, I would do that, but if they're not, like these ones, I'm just going to pull them down, make sure they're even on both sides, and I'll just grab a second clip and I'll just peg them off to the side. So then I can go ahead with wrapping the top of my tassel. So I'm just going to push that down a bit to expose the gap so that I can pop my linen thread through here. And wrapping twice so it stays firm, and making sure that I have it up the top near my pin. And then I'll just go around a couple of extra times. Tying off the same way I did before. Now I can release all the ends. Cut my loops. And I have another one ready to go. So if I don't want to have these long strings, then you can just trim them off right up at the top. And then you just have the tassel ready to use with the pretty fibres in it. So there we go. Lots of fun to be had making tassels, and like I said, you can make them to suit any journal. There are loads and loads of tutorials out there showing different methods of making tassels, so I encourage you to go and have a look and see what method might work best for you. I will leave links in the description box below to the tassel board. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you again next time. Bye.